Hey everybody, it's Dave here from Dave's Garage 249. I haven't been on for a while here at Lake James boat, camper, and car show. So I got a pretty good turnout. We have a vintage camper, so we brought that and set that up, and I've got the Chevelle and the Roush Mustang over in the car show. And so that's Eric and that's Rocky, and we've got the whole crew here. RSD. So really the focus on this show is the boats, and we've got some really sweet boats here.
What are you getting out of these pictures? That one would be 400.
This is another vintage trailer. This one here belongs to Mike McBride. He's the one that's kind of masterminded this show. And there's some gorgeous boats here. If I was a boat guy, this is how I would do it. I don't like new stuff, so. So that's we'll call that kind of a wrap.
There you are.
Vintage boat motors for sale. This guy's got a bunch of them here. And of course there's the craft shows that get everybody's attention. Something for everybody here, so that's why this is kind of a unique show. This is called the Four Corners area, Lake James, and that's Tom's Donuts is over on the corner. He has made this the donut capital of the world, and so they have parties and things over there, and there's a couple bars and restaurants over on the other side. Just about a mile north of my home on this same road. That bridge there, you go from Lake James to Lake Jimerson Lake through there, and you must remember to put your top down if you go underneath that bridge if you got one of those things. So I'll get over to the car show and show you some of that. Here's some more of the boats. Now later on today, typically there's guys that have seaplanes that live on this lake, and they'll start partaking in the show in their own way. Some of them will taxi up.
Exactly what I was thinking. What year is that,
Brandon, my son, was requesting that I do a video of this, so Brandon, this is kind of for you. This is how we party on the weekends around these lakes. Here's another, this might be a Chris Craft.
Yep, 40.
Oh, that's all right. Got a fat head in it.
Oh, is he? I did not see him either. Yeah.
Probably small block Chevy powered over there. I think there's 40 boats here, and there's some that are on display over in the parking lot too that are on the trailer. Of course, there will be plenty of food and refreshments and a big long craft show. This is a channel between Lake James and Jimerson Lake.
How you doing, buddy? I'm pretty good. You got a car here? No, but I'm gonna bring it out.
For those of you that don't know Eric, Eric is a Pontiac restoration specialist, and everybody knows Eric. Here's another interesting boat, yeah, probably from the mid-60s. I think it's small block Chevy powered, getting into less of the mahogany and the teak wood and more other materials. These things are probably quite heavy too. craft show. We had a fair bit of rain last night. Probably got, I think we had 1 1/3 on our rain gauges at our house, which is just a mile south of here. So that's why we can bring everything down here to this show, is because we're nearby. So I just run back and forth for a day or two, bringing everything down. There's car show. That's a little too muddy, so they moved some of them way down over towards the boat landings. So Eric, who I talked about a few minutes ago, that's his judge there. That car is a basically a factory stock drag car type setup, and probably goes high 11s, and has good rumble to it. And the Demon, I've talked about the Demon before, and if you look at earlier videos, when this car was a shell and we took it over to Eric's restoration shop to get painted, this is the finished product. So scroll back to some of my earlier videos if you want to see the video on this project. And this is Eric's judge. This is a Ram Air 4 car. It's a real deal. And that's Randy Palmetier's 57. This is Rocky's Coronet with a, it's been upgraded. And this is my 2007 Mustang Roush Stage 3 car. And my Chevelle with the blown 502. And it was a treat bringing it in here because one tap of the gas pedal and I'd had mud slung all over it. I wanted to do a video this morning of the starting procedure on this car and driving it in, but I decided to have my wife drive this one in, so she would have held the camera. Here we have Jerry with his rat rod, and this is Bob David, who was standing over by the trailer a few minutes ago. That's his mail truck, which is for sale. And it's on Marketplace if you want to look it up. I'm sure it's not going to be too difficult to find it. Awesome rat rod. This is a real low mile GT 500, which if it ever comes up for sale, it's going to be mine. And Mike McBride, who I showed you his trailer, and who is the chairman of the show. This is his Chevy pickup truck. He's a craftsman. He's a retired physician assistant, but he's my kind of guy because he likes shiny things and he likes to tinker and fuss. And so because of the rain there, then this area we have not been able to park a lot of cars on. So it's a super nice Chevelle. I've never seen the car before. See, we got cars all the way over there. So I'll give you the I'll talk to you while I'm walking, like I did at the Vicksburg car show. Moving on down to where the Fort Wayne, Indiana Corvette Club came out in full force. So we're gonna go down to where they're at and see their cars. And there's a lot of people are here at the lake. There's 2 major lakes here. This is Lake James. Actually, there's like 7, all kind of linked together. And we live on Lake James, which we don't live on it, but we live right next to Lake James, which is just south of here a mile. And so they all kind of get interconnected. This, I'll switch you over now. This Pontiac here is one that Eric just sold. The guy sold his Corvette and got this GTO. It's about as nice as they get. So in here we have the Corvette contingent. There's that noise in the background is not because there's trees down. There's a guy doing chainsaw carving here, demonstrating. And this is my favorite Chevelle. Belongs to none other than Jim Martin. And we've become good friends, and most of the time we pony up together. Hi, Jim. And I love this car. I saw this car before I bought mine, and I was kind of hoping it would be for sale. This car still has a back seat in it. Look at that, and it's back aft.
So, what does that mean when you're saying?
There's the owner right there, Jim Martin himself.
He says, well, I'm not.
Looking proud.
Where he parked at?
Over over there by the tents. We got here about 8:30.
Oh, you got here early.
Yeah. Well, Vicky's got her trailer over there, so.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, so she was worried about the rain last night.
Have that.
And
Did they have very many?
So I was thinking here it comes.
3.
In Dakota, which
Yeah,
Josh
it's
has been doing light service riding for us.
she's
Up and does a little bit of intense
over there,
riding and stuff.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
So have a good time. Welcome to my world.
He was up. He actually went in the waiting room to find
So.
me. And
So I hope you guys found this video somewhat interesting. Sorry I've been so long. I just really haven't. We've been busy doing camping, and I'm still recovering from my knee replacements. But I've been able to do some fairly rugged trail climbing and things, so I'm progressing pretty well. But that's what we've been doing, and it's just kind of hard to do a video while you're rock climbing or climbing. We did Klingman's Dome. We did some trails down at Turkey Run. We spent a week in the Smoky Mountain National Park doing trails. And I didn't break an ankle, I didn't fall, and my knees are good. So back to, I'll call this a video. My first Corvette was one of these. I still think they're a good looking car. Not very fast, but good looking. I can tell you what I used to call it, but it's not suitable for children. So please keep those subscribers coming. Give us a tickle the like button if you like. And I've got a couple projects coming up. One is next week we're going to work on the Chevelle and replace the exhaust system on it and upgrade it. And I'll try to get some video of that going on. I'm going to have a specialist working on that because I want it done TIG welded and stuff and done nice. So that'll be what's coming up. And thanks for watching.